Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Million Dollar Media. I'm your host, Max Kellerhalls, and today we're going to be talking about Guy Ritchie's newest film, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. It is a movie about the first ever special forces constructed by Winston Churchill to take out a couple of Nazi U-boats along the African coast. This movie, it's based off real-life events. Apparently there's a book that I don't know about, but they do mention it, saying that most of the stories that come from this movie are from that book. The movie stars Henry Cavill, Alan Rickson, Isaac Gonzalez, and Babs Olosormonkan. He's Jameis from Dune. He's also in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. He's one of those actors that you definitely want to look out for. He is so good. More on him later. What can I say? This is classic filmmaking in the style of like your mid-century war films, like The Dirty Dozen. It's just a ragtag group of really weird and crazy characters that are just having fun killing Nazis, and that's fun to see sometimes. Whenever the main crew, like Henry Cavill, Alan Rickson, and Henry Golding, and that other guy, the other two, don't know their names at the moment, are on screen, the movie's a lot of fun. They have really good chemistry with each other. They work, the back and forth is really fun, and it's a lot of really funny British wit. I love just the weird, unhinged vibe that Henry Cavill brings to this main character of Gus. The performance kind of reminds me of a dog let off the leash. So he's just doing whatever he wants, having fun with it, sticking his tongue out, dressing up in weird clothing, stealing Gestapo uniforms just for fun. He just loved his performance in this film. And again, whenever he's on screen, the film is so fun. Alan Rickson, I am really starting to enjoy this actor. I am a huge fan of Reacher. I wanted to do a review on it. If you guys want to see a review on Reacher Season 1 and 2, I'm totally down to do it. But in this film, I love this weird Swedish giant that he's playing. He's crazy. He knows how to kill in so many different ways. It's so fun to watch. He mostly just uses a bow and arrow and then an axe at one point. And it's just really fun to see because the performance is like this really big dude with a really, really high-pitched voice. And the way he like bounces off characters like Henry Golding's character, it's a lot of fun. But believe it or not, for the most part of this film, the main crew and the special forces the film kind of sold you on, they're not in it that much. Most of the time, they are just on a boat chilling, like just waiting to get to this particular part of Africa. Isaac Gonzalez and Babs, I'm just going to call him Babs because I don't want to mispronounce his last name anymore, but he's a really good actor. It mostly follows around them, and it becomes a spy thriller that I'm trying to think of a movie that I could best compare it to. But kind of like your old 60s Bond films. But what I appreciate about it here is like the spies in question are the characters that are usually not portrayed in a James Bond film. Like the black casino owner and the femme fatale. I thought those two characters were really interesting. I thought they played well off each other. How would I say this? Like, yeah, that Babs in this film is... This is the film that I believe really sold me on, I want to see this guy in a leading man position because he has the charisma and the charm to pull it off. And I really just want to see more of him. So anytime he's definitely going to be my favorite character actor going forward because I just liked him in everything that he's been in so far. And I just want to see more of him. Yeah, just a very smooth, suave character. I don't know. He's just a really fascinating actor, and I want to see more of him. And same as Isaac Gonzalez. You see her in a lot of stuff, and she's great as always. I really enjoy seeing her in things, and not just for the reasons that you think, but that definitely helps. I think overall, every actor in this film knew what kind of film that they were in, and that really helps. But yeah, my biggest problem with the film is that most of the time, the characters that you want to see more of, like the action stars, if you will, are stuck on a boat and not doing much, which really makes the film not as fun as you would want it. And I also think that Guy Ritchie's signature style isn't on display here. There's no playing with time or seeing things from a different point of view. It's just a straightforward narrative that cuts between... I forgot the name of the area that they're in. I'll put it up on the screen here. the Nazi-occupied camp and the boat that these guys are on. And that's pretty much it. So there's no like visual flair to this. Like the entire ending action sequence takes place at night in the dark, so you can't really see much. And I know that it's realistic to the actual event to like, oh, you would want to do this kind of heist at night. But I don't know. Like the film has already taken a lot of liberties with stuff, especially just certain characters in the film. It's a well-made film that doesn't have much else going for it, just except for really fun performances from the cast overall. I would have loved to have gone for more of the style of like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. that he did. Like that would have been a lot of fun, but I guess he's trying to go for more of a 1940s film or 1950s war film. So everything is just kind of played forward, and like there's no gray in this film. There's black and white, good guy, bad guy. But yeah, overall, I just think that the film doesn't have much else going for it. There's just some elements that I found really fun. Like I love the detail that they have Ian Fleming in the film as just this. He's a part of like the behind the scenes. He's taking notes. He's working directly for the generals, and he's working on spy stuff. So it's really fun to like include this particular character. I don't know much about the real life Ian Fleming. All I know is that he wrote James Bond, and that at the end of this film, the main character that Henry Cavill plays apparently was the basis for what Ian Fleming based James Bond on. So all the stories that James Bond went on, this guy kind of did too. And it's kind of funny that that's the case because, I mean, Henry Cavill is one of the people who was front runners of James Bond back when they were going to do the Daniel Craig movies. He was one of the front runners as well, or at least one of the people auditioning. So it's fun to see he plays the guy who inspired James Bond. I don't know what other people think about this film. I haven't seen any reviews. I wanted to go in fresh, not have any opinions other than what I think of like Guy Ritchie's style and his movies. And I enjoyed it. If you like Guy Ritchie films, you're going to like this. Don't go in expecting The Gentleman or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, or hell, Aladdin for that matter. This is definitely like its own thing, and I'm glad that he's kind of switching it up. That's all I really got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a pretty quick review. I like doing these quicker reviews just to get word out on movies that I have seen. I don't know if this video will do that well, but you know what? Might as well see. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more from the channel, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our Patreon for $5 a month. You can listen to all of our videos unedited, and we're also going to have some certain specials released onto that Patreon. And yeah, stay tuned for more of that. If you like what I had to say about this film, share this video around. Share it to your friends, share it to your enemies. I don't care. Just, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Bye.